I believe George Washington Carver has been reincarnated as a 13-year-old young man in Atlanta, Georgia. Now, when I was 13, I was as awkward as a turd in a punch bowl. Let's be honest. This young man is going to change the world. You heard it from me. He is going to change the world through urban agriculture. Now, what am I mean and who am I talking about? I want to introduce you to Milan E.D. James of the ATL, Georgia's youngest hydroponic farmer, and I believe he's now their certified youngest organic farmer.
I think hydroponics is the best way to combat food insecurities.
Most of what Milan James grows, he gives away.
One hydroponic can feed more than 100 people. Just one. Just imagine if you had 12.
He is 12 years old in his body, but in his heart and soul, he's a full-grown man.
Nobody told me he's black. Let's talk about the race thing real quick. When I grew up as a kid, Arnold Schwarzenegger was probably my idol and hero. I was very into bodybuilding and powerlifting for 20 years competitively. And Schwarzenegger, if you don't think about it, looked like me. I could identify with my idol by visually what I saw. Now, this young man, it should be a role model for all kids, but it's especially important for kids who look and can see him in themselves and go, if he can do it, I can do it. It's the way our brains work and we identify things. So now that that's out of the way, this 13-year-old young man has been busy. Besides graduating from high school this year and studying for his ACT, he, a few years ago during COVID, realized how much food insecurity there was in the community around him and wanted to do something about it. And he started researching hydroponic farming, or what people would often think of aqua farming. And what that does is that's using nutrient-dense water instead of soil. Now, in urban areas, you have no soil to grow anything, but with a hydroponic planter or farm, you absolutely can, and you can have a lot of yield and a better quality vegetable or fruit. Research has shown, it's a fact. He's just thought about it in a new perspective. Due to food insecurity, he would love to hang one of these pods in every storefront, fire station, things around town that produce a lot of yield and be able to distribute that to people who need it, who are hungry, food banks, etc. Now, Lettuce Grow, like the head of lettuce and the word grow, G-R-O-W, is a company that makes these, heard about him and partnered with him and gave him 12 of them. All right. And like he said, you could yield about enough of on these, each one to do about 100 people times 12. You start putting these around, it can start to make a dent. Now, what's even more amazing, I think he said in 3 years, he is scheduled to go meet with the UN, the United Nations, about hydroponic farming as a way to supplement agricultures in third world countries that are water rich, but soil poor, or the soil has no nutrients left. It's been stripped out from just centuries of farming. So it's a possible solution to supplement. Now, you can't cure it, but we have so much starvation and food insecurity in America, and this bothered him at like age 11. And at 13, he's about to graduate high school. Now, we always talk about history in the past, and we have a front row seat to history being made with this young man. I just got through talking to him a few hours before I'm shooting this video. I've had several conversations with him. And this is one of the most incredible things about him. I literally thought I was talking to his parents in the first several conversations. He's like talking to a college English professor. And I realized it's actually Milan. The kid's hyper intelligent. I mean, it's insane. I love this guy. I think he's going to go places. I think he's going to make the world a better place. He thinks on a level different than us. And at 13 to be this driven. So what I need from you, I need help. Because we've developed a community, almost a family here. And the one thing we can do for him is to get him notoriety, get his name out there. Now, he's told me he's interested in Morehouse College, the historically black university, and the University of Georgia, because he's been working with them in some of his research. Now, he's also worked with the University of Liberia in West Africa, where he's gotten, I think he said 12 grants total. He was the principal investigator on these research projects. And what that means is he was the shot caller at 12 years old getting grant money. I believe it's the youngest ever. It's the youngest I could find. What have we been doing with our time? I was picking my nose at 13. So anything we can do that drives people to know about him, Again, the more the notoriety he gets, the better the universities, the better the scholarship offers. People will compete to get his mind in their university. So I've done my part and made a video. I need you to repost this. Tell people, make your own video about him. I don't care. I copy Shaquille O'Neal and Steve Harvey on these videos, hoping somebody on their team sees it, sees this story, and will blow him up. Because if the right person sees this and repost it, it could change his life. It could open even more amazing doors to what he's doing. He also told me, again, 13 years old, this young man, he's looking for warehouse space. He's already outgrown what he can do at his home property, so now he's looking for warehouse space because he wants to keep feeding his community. So TikTok, let's do what we can for this guy. I think he's a rock star in the making, and I think we're going to get to watch it from the front row. So let's give him all the love we can. I hope you have a great freaking weekend.